Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Marie.
10 years ago, we bought a broken down trawler for $4,000.
And nothing worked, not even the kitchen sink.
After a lot of hard work and help from our friends and family, we moved aboard Elixir full time. And now we are cruising this old boat while the work and fun continues.
So subscribe and give us a like and come along with us, cruising this old boat.
One of the problems we've been having on board Elixir is the water in the bilge has to collect to a certain depth before the pump will pump it overboard. And this creates a problem because if we get into any kind of rolly seas, like almost every time we go out in the ocean, the water starts sloshing back and forth and eventually comes up and over this little wall, and in just a period of like an hour it will flood underneath the engine pan, which isn't good. You don't want water underneath your engine. I think it's a poor design. They should have had a little well that the pump sits down in, that the water can collect in, and the pump can pump it out before there's too much in your bilge. But it's just spread out over too much of an area, so too much water has to collect before it's deep enough for the pump to pump it overboard. So what I'm gonna try to do is create a well by building up the area around the pump. I'm hoping to concentrate the water by the pump and get it pumped overboard before too much water collects in the bilge. So now we have a 2-inch deep well to collect the bilge water, and hopefully that will decrease the volume of water in our bilge and keep it from sloshing over into our engine pan. Well, now that we're on the hard, you can see the damage to our rudder. Now I'm going to figure out how to repair it. The last time we unplugged, as you can see here, we had some damage. It got overheated. If we continue to use this connector, we're in danger of catching on fire. So we don't want to do that. We're going to replace this connector.
So I've been spending, this is like the third week with my mom, helping her out. And Ron came and picked me up today and took me to have a nice luncheon with some awesome individuals. And we had a great time, and then Ron and I had dinner, and now he's dropping me back off at my mom's. And she's starting to do a little bit better, but still having some medical issues. She had a bad fall. Oh, and we're under tornado watch, or not tornado watch, hurricane watch.
Come on, baby, lie with me till the morning. Love me like you do, and I'll forget that we're broke.
Well, I had good intentions. We just had a rainstorm come through. It's the first one since I made my little adaptation in the bilge to try to keep from having excess water build up and go up underneath the engine. And I'm not sure where all that water is coming from, but it's aft of my engine. It is flooded all the way up to the wall. In fact, some water has gone over that wall up underneath the engine. And so I checked forward where I did my little modification. And it's working great. It's not allowing much water up there, which is the problem. It's now forcing it to stay back aft of the engine and building up back here. So yeah. I fixed one problem and created another. I'm going to figure that one out. I also need to figure out where all that water came from. All right, we solved the problem that I had with my adaptation down in the bilge. It was actually a combination of a couple of things. So the first one was apparently some of the construction debris from when I was building it got into the tube. There's like a PVC tube that runs from aft of the engine underneath the engine to the forward part of the engine, so that water from the aft can flow through and into the front where it gets pumped overboard without getting water in the engine pan under the engine. So that tube had gotten debris in it, was clogged up and not allowing water to flow freely from aft to forward. So we put a pressure washer in there and we shot all that debris out, and then the water was allowed to flow freely. The other problem was that when we were blocked up on the hard, they had our bow up a little too high. And so the water, just gravity, water runs downhill. So the water was wanting to stay aft of the engine and not flowing forward. And we discovered that when they put us in the water and we balanced out where we're supposed to be. Then the water came forward and got pumped overboard, and the aft of the engine has been staying pretty dry. Normally dry, so there's always some water running because the stuffing box is back there, but it's not collecting water. So all that worked out, and we got to test it out, because when we went through Lake Okeechobee recently, it was rough and we were being tossed all over the place. Stuff was flying. If it wasn't tied down, it was moving, and no water got underneath the engine. So that is a success.
So I've left from being with my mom. I've been there, I think, at least 3 weeks now, maybe a little longer. I don't know. I'd have to look back at the dates. But we're splashing the boat tomorrow from out of the yard, so I need to be there. I want to be there. What you want to hand me first?
That one?
Okay. Thank you. So we are unloading stuff that that I collected or took down at my mom's place. Ron's handing it up to me to put into the boat because we're going to be splashing tomorrow. That's a heavy one, isn't it?
Yep.
It rolls. You could have rolled it up here.
Yep.
Smile, you're on camera. Say that again.
Good thing they raised our water line.
I'll have to get rid of some of the clothes that don't fit me.
Thanks for watching.